Immerse yourself in a world of storytelling wherever you go with audiobooks from Hoopla Digital.
I'll let
Okay. Like your Lotus birthday or something? Yes. And I wanted my daughter's delivering. I'll have an offer.
I don't know, that's got to be in there.
Okay, we have about 1 minute before we begin. If we could take our places, Counselor?
6 is 2025. Okay, that's the max limit we can go. Okay.
It's 9 o'clock. Let me open the meeting up. Good morning and welcome to the City of Leon Valley Special City Council meeting. Today is Saturday, September 20th, 2025, and it's approximately 9 a.m. And you can see that all council members are present and we do have a quorum. If you would please stand and I'll lead y'all in, I'll lead the congregation in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hoorah.
Mayor, point of privilege, please.
Oh, we've got citizens to be here. You want to do that first?
I was
all right,
going to do it several times, but...
Okay, that's fine.
I just...
Yeah, go ahead. I'll give you
This is mainly for my council people,
personal
my
privilege.
colleagues. It's been a very difficult time trying to get this tax approved, or the budget itself. Now, we have been, I'm telling you, do not allow yourself to be intimidated, bullied, or threatened. These goons that are coming up here and threaten you with a recall, they're trying to make it where they get their point and nobody else's. With that, they'll threaten you. Do not allow yourself to be intimidated. They're attacking you in social media, and that's the way they do. The two people that were against it, the mayor and the mayor pro tem, they're being badgered also, and they're the ones that were against it. So this is the way they work. They try to use emotional hijacking by putting stuff on social media saying that, oh, the young people this, the young people that. They're using that to try to get their point. One of the things that, well, I'll finish. I won't go on because I was hoping to be here. But there's this great guy. I didn't vote for him, but this great person once said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And that can be brought down to Leon Valley. You know, what is it that we can do for Leon Valley to make it work? Get the fire department, get more EMS, get more police. I'm asking you, to vote what is in your mind and your heart and what is best, and not because you're being bullied to do so.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. All right, so let's go then to citizens to be heard. Are there any residents in the chambers that would like to address the council? Please come forward, state your name and generally where you reside, and you have up to 3 minutes. Good morning.
Abraham Diaz,
Mr. Abraham
601
Diaz.
14 Man Drive. Would there be a time to speak about the tax, or do I got to do it here?
Let's see. I think at number one, when we have our discussion, yes.
Okay.
So if you'd like to wait until
Yes,
then, that would be
I
great.
just wanted to ask a
Okay.
question. My neighbors are asking, we had bulk pickup, and a lot of stuff is still down. Red lines and stuff like that. And I tried to tell them, I said, there's a rule, we have to be so much, and I said, cut it up. And I said, the way you do it is that you cut it up as small as you can and put the big trunks on top and let it go down, and it looks smaller, but they didn't do it. So only some of them got picked up. So they were asking me, what happens now? So I would like to go back and ask them, and tell them, well, this is what's going to happen, so that's why I'm here. Just wanted to find out are they going to have to haul it off now, or will something happen?
So they will either pay for Tiger to come pick up their extra. If not, then Public Works will be by to pick it up.
Okay, is by any chance there a time frame on doing?
We normally wait for it to be completed. I give it a week for people to have Tiger come pick it up, and then we normally go
Okay,
after that.
thank you.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
you're welcome. Thank you. Yes, Councilor Campos.
But if I could clarify that going forward, after this pickup,
I mean, depending on the way council votes, I have an
That's
ordinance,
October 21st.
And that's October, well, I don't know if it'll be on the October 21st meeting. I don't have it on the October 21st
Oh,
meeting yet.
okay.
It'll probably be the first meeting in November.
Okay.
My agenda's already
Yeah,
almost done.
gotcha.
But the council's asked us to change it to where Public Works no longer does the pickup, that they have to pay for Tiger. If not, then we will pay Tiger to go pick it up and put a lien on the property. But as of right now, that's the way it's functioning. And I don't know which way council's gonna vote on that ordinance, so I don't wanna make any assumptions.
Okay, very good. All right. Anyone else? Yes, Mr. Blackmore?
Ms. Height,
Good morning and welcome.
thank you. My name is Richard Blackmore. I'm a resident of State, Texas. Ms. Height, I want to apologize to you. I was just informed that you tried contacting my wife, and I supposedly hung up on you. I've been inundated with auditors calling my house. Just not only robocalls, auditors. And I'm sorry, I apologize to you. I didn't mean to do that.
Apology accepted. I thought nothing of it. I knew you were busy.
Right. I want to say something about this tax thing. Y'all have a big decision to make. Our city is in the dumps. And I will support any decision you make on raising taxes, because we need it. We're not like San Antonio, where we have got all this extra money to build a sports complex for the Spurs. We don't have that. Just want to say, if you need to raise it 5%, raise it 5%, 10%. I'll pay it. If people don't like it, tell them to move to San Antonio and pay their taxes and try to get their police response to their house. Now, like I said, I'll pay whatever y'all decide. I'll support you in whatever you decide. That's all I got to say right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Blackmore. Yes. Good morning, Ms. Orozco. Good to see you.
Yvonne Orozco from Pavona Place, and I won't say much, but I do want to say thank you. I don't think any of you get the thanks that you deserve for the pay that you get. And I know Ms. Heil said she's still waiting on her direct deposit. Hasn't come in yet. But this is a tough decision. We are not San Antonio. For those that compare us to San Antonio, it's apples to plums. I think it's definitely not apples to apples. But those that are over 65 can get, I believe, 85,000 exemption for being over 85 in San Antonio, if anybody wants to look at that, or I think it's 100,000 in Alamo Heights. But I can, and you might mention it, but I can verify because I'm the one that pays the bills in our house. We pay an average of $5,000 in taxes. My husband is not 0% service-connected veteran. So what Mr. Mata or Josh or whomever with the Change Leon Valley who put out there that my husband pays 0 in taxes, no, we pay taxes. He does deserve the benefits that he was, that he is awarded as being a veteran. And I thank them for bringing it forward because maybe now he'll go after those benefits he deserves.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else? Okay. It's, if you'd like, we'll hear you at the tax rate. That might be a little bit more, it'll flow better probably, I think. But anyway, thank you for your comments. I do appreciate everyone's comments this morning. All right, let's move to the regular agenda, number 3. Regarding item 3.1 below, the city provides the following information in compliance with Government Code 551.043 subsection C. And you can see where we've published the budget, and we put it on our website, along with the taxpayer impact statement, which is next, and everyone can see what the taxpayer impact statement is. And I won't read that, but it states the 24-25 rate in property bill dollars, and then the estimate for 25-26 at the 0.545 rate, and then the rate if we adopted the no new revenue rate. So agenda item number 1, discussion and possible action on an ordinance approving and adopting the tax rate year 2025, tax rate for the maintenance and operation at 0.497818, and the interest sinking fund at 0.047222 for a total tax rate of 0.545040. And this is our second read, so we will need to vote on it this morning. So I'll open it up. Does any of my colleagues want to say anything, or would you rather hear from the citizens first? Okay. Did you have anything to add, Dr. Caldera? I know you
Yeah, no,
just go
normally we
over
do
the
it.
same
Yeah,
thing
it's the same thing, but your adopted tax rate for 24 is 0.48. Your no new revenue rate is 0.50. Your voter approval rate is 0.56, and you're proposing a 0.54.
Okay. But just to clarify, the 0.505 did not even balance our budget when we looked at that. So that's why we had
Correct.
looked
You were
at
still,
going up.
I forgot how much, at the time,
Yeah.
and then y'all decided to go up.
$47,000,
I think it was
I
like
think.
47,000, and then y'all decided to go to 0.51. And then the conversation started happening about adding additional personnel, and so we provided numbers for that. And then y'all ended up at the 0.54.
Okay, very good. All right, so I'll open up for our citizens to speak on this issue before I turn it back to my colleagues for, yes, Mr. Diaz.
Abraham Diaz, 6014 Kinman Drive. We're not San Antonio. San Antonio right now is in a $50 million deficit right now. $50 million. October 1, 68 people of my colleagues are going to lose their job. Next year, we are in a $127 million budget deficit in San Antonio. So don't think that San Antonio is this wishy-washy thing. San Antonio's in a hole, and I work for the city of San Antonio. On Thursday, Councilman Mark White of San Antonio said this, and he said it perfect, and I want to use his words. You fund public safety first, and then everything else after that. So it is your job, and it is our job, that we take care of those men and women that come to our house and put their lives on the line. We need to take care of them. So we need to make sure that they have everything that they need. And then we take care of our city employees that come to our house and fix things and fix our roads and keep our parks clean. We fund them. And we make sure that we have them a 3%, 4%, 5% increase in pay. And we take care of them with with health insurance. City of San Antonio gave me a 2% raise and then increased my insurance 5%. Where's my raise? Where is it? I pay $6,700 a year in taxes, and I would be happy to pay. Crystal told me it's about an extra $200 a year in taxes. I'll pay it. Stop going to Starbucks one month, or don't go to for me, that's a hamburger meal at Whataburger, $14 a month. Okay? I'm willing to do that so that these gentlemen and that officer over there has the funding to come to my house when I pick up the phone. You know, people said, somebody had told me that they were saying, well, just go with mutual aid. Yeah, it's easy until you need it, and mutual aid takes forever to get there. Oh, by the way, that happened to me. That did. And I live probably less than half a mile from the fire station. I live on the other side of the creek, and I had to wait for San Antonio to get here. I am in favor of raising these taxes. We need to. It should not have been dropped 20%. And I hardly ever agree with Mr. Martinez. But he was the only one that voted not for it. You know? We have to make sure that our public safety is funded. And another thing, get rid of the pool. Jesus, there's $180,000 right there. How much money did we make in the pool this year? Nothing. If this was a business, I'd fire all of y'all. I would. I'd fire all of you. What do you mean you spent $180,000? The only thing we made was $25,000 a year? You're gone. I'm not asking for recalls. I sat up there with y'all. I've been there. These decisions are hard to make. But what's important is that we make decisions for the interest of the city of Leon Valley. Take care of those men and women back there. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. Anyone else? Yes, Mr. Martinez.
Just to continue with Mr. Diaz said, remember, our fiscal problems really started with the Josh's 20% tax break. I was the only one that voted against it. We had our former finance director, Vicki Wallace, came up and said, we can't afford it. Our city manager said, we can't afford it. One person told the finance director to sit down and shut up. We don't need your opinion. She knows our books forward, backwards. She's been our finance director for forever. She knows our books intimately. And right now, I think she's still, last time I heard, she's still consulting with several other cities. So that's what started this. 2 years ago, we had a bare-bone budget. This year, we have a bare-bone budget. And next year, the budget is terrible. They just said that we were with the no new tax rate, that we were still in the hole. I think at one time I heard we were like 1.4 million, and city manager cut and cut and cut and cut and cut and then cut some more just to try to balance the budget. You guys, you know, I get off work supposedly at 5, but it doesn't normally, I don't get out of there till 5:30, 6, 7 o'clock sometimes. So I'd have to rush from work to get here for a city council meeting, and now next year they're not going to feed us. So imagine me coming from work and having to wait till 10:30 at night for food. That's not very good. You're not going to get any shirts next year. I've heard a lot of things that were cut out of the budget. Now, here's one thing that we got to remember. The no new tax rate, our present tax rate is 0.48. The no new tax rate is 0.50. That means to get the same amount of money we did last year, that's the tax rate. So we're going to basically we're going from 0.505 to 5.4? 5.4. So it's not a 6% or 10% increase like it's been advertised on Nextdoor. It's just a small increase, and that increase is just, we got to remember, 1 penny is equal to $100,000. We're bringing on 3 firefighters. You know, that's going to eat up the whole budget. What are we going to do when we get rid of the red light cameras? We have 6 police officers that are funded by that, and several administrative people. where are we going to get the money for that? You guys have a hard decision to make, but make it the right decision for our city. Either that, or we might as well give up and become San Antonio.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Thank you. Good morning and welcome.
Good
Tina?
morning, Mayor. Good
Mhm.
morning, Council. You guys all know how I stand on this issue, but this subject has made for some very strange bedfellows. I never have agreed with Mr. Diaz, but on this, I do. I agree wholeheartedly. We have to put safety first, and what is most appealing about a city is that you provide the basic necessities for the citizens. And in order to do that, we have to go for the raise, and I believe the 0.54. Our city manager, she's a Houdini. I don't know how many times, since June 3rd, I believe, we've been working on this. Okay. I have seen so many revisions and options that she's given the council. You just can't do it anymore. If you have this finite amount, and this is what we're dealing with, you have got to raise the taxes. Now, Mr. Stevens, at one time when he was on council, called me privileged, and I took offense to that. I moved here 71. The commensurate salaries back then to today are always about the same. Back then, the mortgage companies would only give you a mortgage if you could afford to pay 1 week's salary. And that was the parameters that they set. Today, the mortgage companies don't care if you default. They just turn around and sell the house again. Things are different today. But the thing that hasn't changed is you don't buy into a mortgage and to a home without knowing what your monthly bill is going to be, including the insurance that you have to carry on that home, and also approximately what your utilities are going to be. Then you have to add into that anything unforeseen, like we had COVID, or an injury that you might have, one or the other. Back in the day, when taxes went up on us and it made it a struggle, we got a second job. We sucked it up. But we stayed and we put in to the coffers of the city in the form of taxes everything that we could and had to do to make it what it is today. And to see it going backwards is not something I want to see. I've been here too long. I have invested. So I'm asking you, please, to do the 0.54, and let's try and get our city moving again in the right direction.
Thank you.
And funding our police, fire, EMS.
Okay, thank you very much for those comments. Do appreciate it. Anybody else? Okay. I'll come back to my colleagues. Would anybody like to make a statement or comment or... and I have some notes, but I was going to hear from my colleagues first. Yes, Mr.
So
Campos.
I just wanted to recap, how did we get here where we need additional money in the tax rate? Crystal, while I'm talking, can you go back to the pie chart that is the general fund revenue by category?
I don't have the budget. This is just a meeting on the tax rate.
Okay.
But give me a
So,
second.
we rely, 42% of our revenue comes from property taxes. When you compare that to the county and the city, where they did not go up on their tax rates, let me explain what's happening. The city of San Antonio also, when they calculate what their ad valorem portion of their budget is, it's 27.9% versus our 42%. Their CPS payments are just under 30%. We do not have that revenue. Okay, so our sales tax is at 26%. The city of San Antonio is 24.7%. Okay, they did not have an increase in budget, and they've taken the cuts, and they've got dramatic problems going forward. okay? Bear County did not go up on their tax rate, and they're primarily focused on the property tax. But it's been reported that they had a decrease of $1.3 billion in taxable revenue. However, they had $5.5 billion in increased taxable value that was new to them. We did not have any type of increase like that. So that's what puts us into this situation where we have on the 0.48, it cannot accommodate our budget. And so the no new revenue is 2 cents, okay? So people whose homestead, if we kept it at 0.48, they would still have an increase in their property tax because of the appreciation, okay? So right now we're proposing $169.30 per year, but over $30 is because of an appreciable value of their home. So keep that in mind. In our city, you know, as I was telling you, a $1.3 billion decrease in Bear County, well, we had a $46 million decrease in our taxable value. 31.7 million was in the multifamily area, 10 million in single family. Okay, the values have gone down, and 5.1 million in commercial properties for a total of $46 million that was taken off our tax rolls. That's a lot of money for a small budget that we have. That's what, 16 million, just short of 17 million total budget. That is a lot of money. So we're faced with, we need to increase our taxes. There is logical reason why, but on top of that, we've got a study that's been about 1.5 years old that says we need to add 3 firefighters to our city. Our city's growing, and keep in mind that, you know, it's not all doom and gloom. This tax rate is set annually. So if we collect too much money, it can always go down. It is not for life. So that's why I'm in favor of moving forward with a tax increase.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you want to go next? Yes. Councilor Heil.
I know we need the firemen, and I understand that, but it's really tough for families. San Antonio did just pass their $4 billion budget with no tax increase. I don't know how they did that. And we were sent what everybody was getting in their new tax rates, and I think there were 22 or 23 small cities, and ours was the highest. And the one behind us is Terrell Hills. The other had 0 to maybe a couple cents. And I don't know if there's other ways to hire firemen through the Economic Development Fund or through our what I think is our savings account, our extra money, but that is one way to look at it. And I looked at the statistics on our city, and I was kind of surprised. We have, let's see, we have 11,479 citizens. The median age is 39.2. Our poverty rate is 12.7%. Our median household income is $57,695. The median property value is $236,000, and we have 5,200 people that are employed. If we hand them this, when you're making $57,000 a year, it's going to be very difficult to have a tax increase as minor as it seems. We've increased their water rates. We're going to have a 30% increase over the next 5 years. Tiger has raised their rates. Health insurance has gone up, and not only has health insurance gone up, but the Affordable Care Act is decimated, so people won't even have insurances. The other thing, if you look at the houses in our neighborhoods, they're really becoming very run down, and that's because people don't have money to fix them and to do things. And food is not affordable. And hopefully, with these new homes that are being built, that we will get ad valorem taxes. And based on all this, I don't see how we can raise our taxes for people. It will be very difficult. And I am in favor of the 0.515 as a tax rate. And I know it'll be difficult, but sorry, I'm getting notes from other people. So based on that, I move that the property tax rates be put back to 0.515.
Okay, all right.
So she moved, but I mean, that's not how the
Okay.
motion needs to be read.
Okay.
So if that's what y'all want to do, I need to read the motion wording.
You mean this one right here?
Yes, ma'am, we
Well,
have to go back and redo it.
well, does she have, but she needs to get a second
Well,
in
yeah,
order
that's
it for,
not how
to,
you do
for,
the
to,
motion. The motion has to be read exactly like this. She just said, I
Is it,
move for it to go.
is it from last week? Is that what I read?
you got the new one today from Carol.
But I've got the one from last week. I can't use that one.
No.
No, the one that I gave you this morning, that's the tax rate vote.
So, but she wants to go, her motion wants to go.
There we go.
0.5.
It's this one.
I would have to redo it like
That's,
Yeah. Right, but we can't use this one?
So if that's the majority, I can send Carol back there to go do that.
so does she need to move for the tax adoption, but change the,
The percentage increases,
mm-hmm,
so we have to go back and do that.
okay.
I have the one from last week, or from Tuesday. Is that suffice?
The point, we had the one
No.
for the 0.51 last week, not last week, but the week before.
I promise, no, I changed it over that one. I will have to go back and redo it. The one from last week,
Was the 0.54 anyway. The one from last week was done at 0.54.
But
so
there's
the one
one,
from last week,
the one from last week was the .515
Mm-hmm.
at the bottom.
I would like still to review the numbers and go
Okay.
back and just check it, just to make sure that they're
Okay.
correct.
But why don't you go ahead and read that motion, go back and do it that way, because if it's wrong, then we can amend your motion, but at least we'll know if we have a second.
Right, okay. I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of .515040, which is effectively a 1.9416%, percentage by which the proposed tax rate exceeds the no new tax rate percent increased tax rate. Maintenance and operations and interest sinking is allocated as follows: 0.467818 for maintenance and operations, 0.047222 for interest and sinking, 0.515040 total tax rate.
Okay, all right. And is there a second? Okay, it dies for a lack of second, but I hear what you're saying, Betty.
Thank you.
And I wanted to get her question answered because we do have $933,000 in the Community and Development, Economic Development Fund, and I thought you said it could be used for anything, really.
Sure, so
And
you have, so any of your dollars in reserve fund should never be used from accounting. It's not illegal, so I don't want words put in my mouth either, but should never be used to fund salaried positions because eventually you run out of reserves. Your tax rate should support salaried positions because they're ongoing revenue sources.
Okay, but the Economic and Community Development Fund is an ongoing fund. It's sales tax. We're
Correct,
always
but you've
gonna get
already
sales
used
tax.
that money and budgeted all the funds for that money. So you're asking to take the 900,000 from their reserve fund to fund firefighters. That's their reserve fund. You don't have money available, you've already spent it as part of the budget. So I could go back and cut like the project funding line item, but that's only 200,000.
We've already spent the 933,000?
No, ma'am. Your budget of revenue that has come in, the money that comes in from your sales tax, you've already budgeted for that. You're asking to use the reserve fund to fund salaries. You never use your general fund reserve fund or your economic development reserve fund or your red light camera reserve fund to fund positions because they're ongoing they're ongoing operational costs.
I guess I thought I heard you say we could hire use some of that money to hire a planning and zoning director at one point
Correct,
over the last
and you
couple
would
of months.
reduce your project funding line item.
Okay.
So then you have 200,000, that's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Mm-hmm.
You have 200,000 sitting in there allocated to project funding. We would not fund economic development projects next year. You would then be able to pay for 2 firefighters out of those funds, but you wouldn't do any ED projects next year.
My idea or my suggestion would be to fund one.
Whatever,
I'm saying, I'm just trying to, I hear what Betty and I are on the same page here, because most of us in this room are, we don't have to worry about where the next dollar's coming from.
Sure.
But there are a lot of people in this community that do. And I did send you an article. I'm sure y'all didn't read it, but this is a universal thing. Cities are pinching pennies and the economy is slowing. And so we don't know where our sales tax is going to go. We don't know where the people's jobs are going to go. I think you said, Mr. Diaz, people are getting laid off. And yes, it's just interesting to me that we've been working on this budget since March. The manager did not put any personnel in there at all. We went through the whole summer. Nobody talked about adding anybody, even though we heard from our citizens. Nobody did until that 1% came down on September the 2nd. Then all of a sudden we flipped. So it's not, I know that we need to support our police and fire, and I'm a big supporter. I'm just trying to see how could we compromise to ease in for the families that don't have the luxury of having, Social Security and a retirement and whatever else, And I believe Councilor Bolton had made this suggestion. It didn't go anywhere, but I'd like to try to maybe just go up, maybe have a plan to, over the next 3 years, add 1 firefighter or something like that, just to ease in. Because again, somebody said, I think it was I'm not who it was, we are going from 0.48. That's what the rate is now. And I was talking to the manager, we're going to get our bills in about another month for what we have to pay in January, but that's at the 0.48 rate. That's not at the 0.54 rate. That's not until the following year where those increases will come in. And anyway, I'm just trying to see how we could compromise it because again, it's not just, it's the whole city that we have to look at, and we have to look at those young families, and there's a lot of them that are moving into to Leon, especially Forest Oaks. And like you said, the water rates are going up. I got a card from SAWS, and it's 26% over the next 5 years. Food, you just name it, the healthcare issue. There's a lot of variable factors. So anyway, so I just, again, not that we don't need the firefighters. Yes, we do. But I just think we could ease into it over the next 2 or 3 years, and to where we get up there. When the new homes are coming in too, then we'll get more ad valorem taxes from the new homes. Isn't that one of the reasons I think the council voted was to add more ad valorem taxes to our base. So anyway, again, it's just a compromise. I just think we need to take everyone into consideration.
Mayor Riley,
Yes.
that's what my suggestion was, that we go to the
okay.
5, I had to look it back up.
Okay.
That we go to 0.52504, which would add 1 full-time firefighter, and then we can visit again next year and and see if we can add the other 2 positions, but just do it a little bit slower, just to help everybody, because I do understand the financial burden that is being put on our citizens. But it did not go anywhere.
Okay.
That was my suggestion.
All right, so how do we handle that? Or would we have a second to that? That's
No, I
not
don't have it. I'm not seconding it.
No, I'm just asking.
No, she didn't make a motion.
I can make a motion again. We can try it again.
She's gonna go pull, I just sent Carol out to do the 0.52, so it's up to you. You can recess for a couple of minutes while she does that, if you want to do that.
Okay.
Or continue the discussion.
Would you like to make that motion?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we will be in recess for 5 minutes, and so we can get those numbers. All right, thank you. Let me see what time it is. 9:37. Thank you.
Whatever happened to get a second job? Whatever happened to?
I got 2 jobs.
Thank you. I had 2 jobs at one point.
I have kids, I just do it.
You do what you have to do to keep a roof over your head, food on the table, and clothes on your back.
You do.
And if that means get a second job, you get a second job. Eventually, it'll even out, but at least we'll have the services and move forward.
You gotta remember, what happens when the red light camera goes away?
We're gonna be screwed.
We're gonna be
Yeah,
screwed
we're
worse.
already
So
screwed.
that's
We're
why
gonna
we
be
need
screwed.
to be at the 5.
I wanted red light cameras. I know nobody else did, but I really did. It made people stop. And I have student drivers, so it was nice to know that they were being forced to follow traffic rules. I know. Because I would know if they weren't.
Yeah, too many people are in too late.
But exactly, I didn't get tickets. My husband does, but not me. He gets them all the time. I'm like, stop, you made me look bad.
That's got me scared.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm probably gonna get made fun of for wearing shorts. I thought we were picking trash up on the side of the road. I'm not gonna be wearing.
Uh-oh, where'd my counselor go? Yeah, no, I have Mr. Orozco's not back yet.
Every whole thing.
Yeah, you'll read the whole section.
I just want to make sure.
But I thought it was .52, and it says,
Bottom.
It will be
Look at the
bottom.
bottom line.
What is on?
oh, the total, okay. But it's, up here it says .51 at the very top. That's the only thing that bothers me. Should be .52, shouldn't it?
Oh, it's, yeah.
It should be .52, right? Yeah,
Say, 0.52.
yeah, say .52.
The 1 and 2?
Yes. Sorry.
So it's 525040?
Yeah,
Okay, just making sure.
okay. All right, we're back on the record at 9:40, and Counselor Bolton.
I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of 0.525040, which is effectively a 3.8092%, by which the proposed tax rate exceeds the no new revenue tax percent increase tax rate. Maintenance and operations and interest sinking is allocated as follows: 0.477818 for maintenance and operations and 0.047222 for interest and sinking. 0.525040 total tax rate.
Okay, and is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, there's a motion by Counselor Bolton and a second by Counselor Heil to approve a tax rate adoption at .525040 for FY 26 tax rate. Any further discussion? Yes. Counselor
Ms. Bolton
Orozco.
and Betty, thank you so much, but one of the reasons that I can't support that is because you had mentioned that the problems that you had with the fire department not being there in time. I don't want that to happen to anybody. And it will happen again if we don't take care of our police and our fire department now. I appreciate what you're doing, but I believe that you're thinking it with your heart and not so much. When I was a deciding vote when we did the 20% that Josh put out there. And unfortunately, I was thinking with my heart and not my logic brain that says, don't do it, because now we're in this mess because I said yes. I can't support that. I appreciate you trying to take care of it, but I don't think it's logical for us to be able to deny the citizens the protection, as they said. Mark White did that, Mr. Diaz said that as well. We cannot deny them the safety that they need. And if we don't pass this, they're not going to get the safety and the care that us as a council owe them. So I appreciate you, but I can't support this.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. It's a recorded vote.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Council Place 1, Ms. Bolton?
Yes.
Council Place 2, Ms. Heil?
Yes.
Council Place 3, Mr. Campos?
No.
Council Place 4, Mr. Orozco?
No?
Council Place 5, Ms. Mersch?
No.
Okay. The motion dies. 2 ayes and 3 nays. All
I'd
right.
like to make a motion or
Go ahead.
to move. I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of the tax rate of 0.51, which is effective by 3.8092%, percentage of which the proposed tax.
Reading the wrong one.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Is this the one? Okay. Whew, I was already going to bring you all 10% up. Okay. I move that the property tax rate be increased by the addition of the tax rate of 0.545040, which is effective at 7.3389%, percentage in which the proposed tax rate exceeds the no new revenue tax rate, percentage increase tax rate. Do I continue reading the maintenance?
Yes.
Maintenance and operations and interest sinking the allocated as follows. 0.497818 for the maintenance and operation, 0.047222 for the interest and sinking, 0.545040 total tax rate. Ask for a recorded vote, please.
I second the motion.
Okay. We have a motion by Councilor Orozco and a second by Councilor Mersch to approve the 545 tax rate for FY 2026. Any further discussion? Yes, Councilor Campos.
I just want to thank all the counselors here. There's a lot of, it's a hard decision for all of us, okay? And appreciate all the efforts that have gone into this. I appreciate all the citizens' input for and against it. And that's what it's all about, that we can agree to disagree and we move forward. But hopefully this tax rate will be for the benefit of the overall city and the citizens of Leon Valley. For me, you know that I'm over 65, and once this passes, if it passes, I'll be the first one to give the check for the difference on what my frozen rate is to this rate, effective. I'll be there in your office in October.
You can give me the check, I'll make sure she gets
Well,
it.
I don't think it won't be effective till the following year, though. So, yeah, it won't be effective this year.
I'll gladly give
Yeah.
it this year.
So,
Thank you.
okay. All right. No, again, I think that's a good point, because we do have to work together, and as Ken Alley always said, it's okay to disagree without being disagreeable. Do y'all remember him as a former mayor for many, many years? And so, yeah, I mean, we have a good discussion, but when it comes down to the vote, then that's it, and we move forward. And so, thank y'all, and thank the
We need to
staff
vote.
as well, so.
Council Place 1, Ms. Bolton?
No.
Council Place 2, Ms. Heil?
No.
Council Place 3, Mr. Campos?
Yes.
Council Place 4, Mr. Orozco?
Yes.
Council Place 5, Ms. Mersch?
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes 3 ayes and 2 nays. All right. With that said, thank you all very much for everyone's efforts. It's 9:46
Point of
on
order.
Saturday. Yes.
I need to address something. And
Oh, okay.
I apologize to my colleagues for.
Before we adjourn, you'd like a point of personal privilege, is that correct?
Yeah, well,
Since
it's
it's
something
not on
that attacked.
since it's not on the
and-
agenda.
And I apologize if I
Okay.
say things that I should not say, but last week we were attacked by Mr. Mata, and he indicated that I do not pay any taxes at all. He put that on social media. We get badgered for the decisions that we work on. And I'm telling you, as my wife indicated, we pay over average of over $5,000 a year in taxes. And I'm going to continue. And not only that, that's okay, but he went on to badger all veterans that receive benefits. If he knew that because of the veterans and the people that died for this country, it gives him an opportunity to come up here and be a person and discuss that. But when you put out false statements like that, it is not right. But again, they threaten us with recall and stuff. Yeah, go ahead and let us fire us for a job that we don't get paid for. Let them do that. Let them go ahead and pound the pavement and get signatures and go talk to them and campaign. There was also an indication that they're going to donate money to people to run against us and campaign. Go ahead and spend your money, but you still got to pay the taxes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Orozco, for those comments. All right, so without further ado, we move to adjourn at 9:48 on September the 20th, 2025, and y'all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. We'll see you on October 21st is our next meeting. Thank you.
Good job, guys. Mayor, Betty.
Oh, I have no hard feelings.
Yeah, that's all right.
I don't take it personal.
We tried. We did what we thought was right.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to mistake my voting yes for the 20%, and now I have to tell between my legs, and now I have to make up for it,
Eric Mata, you were supposed to bring that up, that you want him removed.
Oh, well,
He's your choice. He's
Well-
under council too, and we've got her.
he's got to resign first.
No.
Let me
That's
talk
not
to
what I
her.
was that's-
Okay. Well, no, when I'm trying to talk and she's passing me a phone. I
Who?
didn't want, no, Danielle was passing me the phone.
Well, she wasn't supposed to pass it while you were talking. I mean, that wasn't.
Well, talk to the mayor.
I talked already to Sandra. She printed this out for me.
Okay. Well, it's not going to happen today because we're done.